Our Rise Above campaign is all about celebrating the human spirit and rising above life's tough challenges. The Rise Above series features a collection of stories of everyday folks doing incredible things right here in our own community. Today, we meet a Fresno dad who lost his son in a tragic car accident. The decision to donate his son's organs helped save the lives of 3 other people. Now, to honor his son's life, he encourages others to become organ donors. German Amezcua shows us what it means to rise above.
We asked you to share your stories overcoming life's challenges to rise above. Here's one inspiring story.
Fresno father German Amezcua, along with his wife and 2 sons, were riding in the car after church one Sunday when they were suddenly hit by a teen driver.
I see my family passed out. The way I saw it, I no longer had a family.
German's wife Jessie and 5-year-old son Emmanuel were rushed to the ICU. His 9-year-old son Sebastian did not survive.
That's not the way life is supposed to go. But there's not a book as to how life is supposed to go.
German and his family made the decision to donate Sebastian's organs, saving 3 people's lives. The family is now on a mission to encourage others to become organ donors to help honor their son's life.
That's how we should live our lives. Enjoy every single day, because life is beautiful.
German Amezcua inspires us all to rise above.
Share your stories with us now at riseabove.net and keep choosing to rise above.
And joining me now is Donate Life Ambassador German Amezcua. Welcome so much to the show, German.
Thank you.
People who have seen that story, they just say they have tears in their eyes.
Well, it's something that, you know, as a parent, obviously it's gonna touch you. I tell those Sebastian's friends, I know I talked to the valedictorian, and I'm like, I know that Christmas they got extra hugs.
Yeah.
Because it's something that, of course, is never going to happen to you.
Right.
Never
You
gonna
never
happen to
think
me
it's going to happen to you.
until it does.
Right.
And reality is also that we're all going to pass. And you know, we encourage people to say yes to organ donation, donate blood, which I'll be doing tomorrow morning. That's how we can help.
Yes. You've done such a beautiful job in honoring your son's legacy. Sebastian, when he passed, you said he was 11?
He was 9.
He was 9.
Yes.
And during that, and due to the kind of accident you guys were in, you were able to preserve his organs. Is that correct?
Correct. And we found out that how much of a special child he was. Not everybody can be an organ donor. Yeah. It's a specific type of death. It has to be a brain death where your organs are still functioning.
Wow.
So I know people are not wishing any death on anybody. They're not praying for somebody to die. Reality is that is going to happen.
Right.
And if people said yes to organ donation, they have this pink dot, not this size, but a pink dot on their license plate, which 14 million people, more than 14 million people have said yes to in California. That's how we're going to be able to help.
That is so true. So because you donated your son's organs, 3 people lived on this earth a little longer.
Yes, and I mean, wouldn't I give for another year? One of them passed 3 years after the transplant, and 2 are still living. That's 10 years. So that's, I'm like, awesome.
You're so selfless to think of others, German, because at that horrible moment, you made that decision to donate the organs. That says a lot about you. Well,
it's a decision that we made as a family. My brother was working at the Fresno Bee in '98. He followed, he's a photographer, and he followed the story of Ruben. So he had Ruben's story, and we saw the pictures of Ruben being hugged by his parents, which got my brother some awards, but it's something that really stuck with us.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful story and life that you share with your wife, Jessie, and your boy, Emmanuel. And you just, when I came to your home to do this story, I'll be honest, I can't stop thinking about it. And I know we discussed in private that a parent should never have to bury a child. It's just not natural.
That's what I was just going to say. It's not the natural course of life, because we think of, you know, our parents are going to pass. Our grandparents, yes. We never think about,
what if your child dies before you? What's your advice to other parents out there, moms and dads, who might have to face that one day, or who currently are facing that?
Find strength. You know, wherever you find it, if it's your faith, your family. One thing that I know I was depressed right after it happened, and my wife saw me and she said, you can visit that place, but you can't pitch a tent. That's something that really hit me, and yes, it's okay. We give ourselves the time to grieve and to cry and to be sad, but we can't stay there. We have to move on. We have to be strong for our families and continue. We keep our son alive by talking about him, by sharing him with the world. We were lucky enough to be part of the Rose Parade. The florograph that's behind me and some of these images is the one that was on the float. And I got to share them with the world.
Yeah, that was a big deal. The Rose Parade, your son's image in a florograph, so made of flowers, was on the Donate Life float, which that image showed throughout the world.
Yes, my parents were in Mexico at the time, and they were able to see the parade, and they focused in on Sebastian. They mentioned Sebastian, so that was very special.
Yeah.
When I came back, I received a message from a recipient who was feeling guilty for being alive because he knows that somebody passed in order for him to be alive. And he said after hearing our story and hearing our interviews, he no longer felt guilty for being alive. And that's something that, to me, if I help that one person, that's awesome. But I know that more people have heard our story, have learned from it, and have said yes to organ donation.
And thank you for sharing it. I know you've affected one life, mine included, but so many others. And so it means the world that you're here today. Thank you for sharing Sebastian with us, and thank you for choosing to rise above.
Thank you.
Thank you, German. Again, our Rise Above series highlights local folks right here in our community who have risen above some of life's toughest challenges. If you know someone who shows what it means to rise above, please head over to the website riseabove.net to nominate them and learn more.